Peace and blessings, beloved family. Welcome to another amazing episode of Who's Naked Up in Here. I am your host, Mr. Witz, alongside my gorgeous co-host, the beautiful and talented, gifted. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome each other the way family do.
Good evening, everyone.
We made it to Wednesday.
Yes,
Hey.
you have no idea. Yes. It's been a long day.
How's that?
But glad to be here. Glad to see all you beautiful.
Indeed.
Beautiful people.
Right, so you all are regular family, which I love to see, but I still want to make the announcement just to keep everything concrete for those who may be viewing later and may feel like they want to attend. So this is an open mic. This is a safe space to share. Here we only homage one another. We don't tear each other down. So there is no judgment, only reward and praise in what we receive from one another sharing. Right. So with that being said, um, if there's anyone here who would like to share, there's a reaction button at the bottom of the screen. If you click on that, there's a raise your hand emoji, and all hands that are raised will be acknowledged to share with us tonight. As usual, we are allowed for 2 pieces per artist, unless they're extremely short. Then we'll allow for a little leeway for something more. Um, all that I ask is that you all keep your mics muted while someone is sharing. There's a chat that's on the side. You can always click on that and comment in that as often as possible. Actually, we insist that you do that because sometimes there's some energy or some homage that we would like to give one another, and things are happening so fast that we may miss it. So if you please utilize the chat room as often as possible. Other than that, after each artist shares a piece, you're welcome to unmute yourself and give praise to the art as well as the artist. All right. With that being said, let's get the show started. As always, I would like to offer the opening to my queen, if you would like to. Okay, and as usual, she says no. So
Now I've gone one. I like 2 weeks ago. I went first. I'm just saying, but right now I'm still gathering my thoughts.
I'm not mad at you. I love you, and I'm just glad to have you at my side. So, as always, I'll go ahead and open up for us to make sure everyone is comfortable with the sharing, knowing that there's no judgment um, to blame. So, with that being said, will you all please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome myself, Mr. Witz, the poet.
Mr. Woods,
Mr. Witz.
go poet.
Hey, I'm gonna go. Let me see if I can do this without changing up. You all still see me on the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Uh, that was what I was trying to do.
I see.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
See clearly now.
All right, awesome. So the first piece I'm going to share tonight is entitled "The Books on My Shelf." When my children go to my bookshelf, I don't want them to find an ignorant book to read. So don't point a finger at me for lack of support and ignore your four-pointed for your lack of growth and development. When you place your mind amongst great thinkers credibly, it should reflect in your pen, supply and demand. And if you don't build nothing more than a nigger, then you're only destroying the structure of the building. Yet your blatant flagrancy could never break the foundation this culture was built upon. The temper tantrum of your display is at best a cry out for attention. The books displayed in your wage of war are the tools God gave you to learn from. Yet you choose to compare yourself to the quality at hand, whatever makes you feel like a man. But if you choose to compare your work to drugs, I guess you view your supporters as addicts, and you wonder why no one wants your package. You've limited yourself to the street. The poets of today have got their wings. You see them at heights you have yet to soar to. That don't mean that flight is not in store for you, but I guess it's true. When you fly, motherfuckers want to fly with you. But that doesn't mean they'll practice flapping their wings before they leap from the seeding of their nest. Nor does it state that they will give their feathers time to develop. But these are usually the birds that fall on their necks. So when you open your beak and speak about flying, think of how much you're giving to practice. And maybe, just maybe, you'll respect the examples you found in the feather pens climbing the height you wish to be acknowledged at. Relax, fall back, practice your craft, and the support you seek will heed. Because when my children go to my bookshelf, I don't want them to find an ignorant book to read. Y'all still with me?
Yes,
Yep.
sir. That was hot. I love that. I love the title too.
I was trying not to be disruptive. I thought you was gonna go right into your second piece.
Yeah, like I did too.
And
Like
that's
right
why I just paused.
I apologize. I
I
can't
love
see
you.
you all.
It's okay.
It's
Definitely
okay.
still with you, and a lot to meditate on from what you wrote.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not even going to speak on that. I'm just going to let that settle, and I'm going to move forward. This next piece is a prompt given to me by my brothers, the Gray Beards of Poetry. And as a member, I was challenged to put this piece together. And it's entitled, I Slept with Poetry Last Night.
Wait, can I ask what that is? The Great Beards of Poetry. I've
Uh,
never heard of it.
the Gray Beards of Poetry is a poetry collective, older gentlemen, and one queen that I know of. So it's
We're not that old, but
What
well,
queen? And yeah, you should say season. I'm just saying.
the one queen that is there is Kimby Miller.
And wise. Wise.
Most
That's-
definitely wise. Most definitely wise. Thought Man Blue, since you spoke up, would you announce the members of that group so that everyone can be familiar with them?
Okay, so thank you, sir. I appreciate it. We were happy. We had talked about Mr. Witz for months, and we were waiting to get to Charlotte so that we could tell him that he was going to be a graybeard. It worked out just perfect. Josh Smalls is also a graybeard. William Washington is a graybeard. Mr. Speaker James Sears is a graybeard. Daryl Lewis, he's subject matter, he's a graybeard. And now Albert Starr is officially a graybeard. And of course, myself. We are all graybeards of poetry. And we are going to bring on other artists like Kim B. Miller. She wanted to be a graybeard, but we have to call her something else. Also, there's a person on this screen right now, and she's very gifted, and she could be on that side too, because she's pretty dope herself. So we're definitely going to be looking to expand and grow. And of course, we want to be on tour. So we're going to be on tour real soon somewhere in somebody's city.
Say that.
Yeah.
Say
So
that.
thank you.
No,
So,
thank
yeah.
you.
All right. So like I
Yeah,
said,
thank you.
we were really honored to bring on Mr. Witz because his name got mentioned. Let's see. His name got mentioned last year at this same time in November, and we waited all this time for it to happen. We let it build, and we knew it was going to happen, but we wanted to do it live and in person. So that's why we did it.
Man, that was phenomenal. Y'all definitely shocked me because I was not prepared. I did not see it coming. And the honor definitely lifted my spirit. So I'm blessed to be amongst y'all, man. Thank you.
And Mr. Witz is the youngest graybeard too, so I just want to throw that out there too. So, yeah, he's the youngest one. Yeah.
If I may interject for a minute, and hello, Samuel. Who comes up with the name
Oh, okay.
organization? And the reason why I say that is because it seems like you are opening the doors for women. I'm wondering,
Yes.
have seasoned sisters been used yet?
Well,
Or as a possibility? I'm just throwing something out there. It just occurred to me because I'm like, what are you going to call the women? Because we're not trying to come up in here bearded. So I'm trying to figure out, just, I'm
I
just
almost said something, but I'm gonna be clean. I'm not gonna be young like Mr. Witz. I'm gonna keep it clean.
maybe for your consideration,
No, thank you. No, we're
even though
definitely
I'm
coming up
not
with a
part.
name. It could be Silver Foxes. It's going to be
Oh,
something.
that,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, something like that. And Gifted shaking her head no, but Gifted's gonna. I'm gonna have Gifted come up with something for the other
Okay.
part of what we do, because this is something that once we get it going and we can take this all across the country, you may have to retire from what you're doing because you'll be doing this.
Say that. Say that.
Yeah, because we're looking to make it real, So as I'm growing in this, but the Graybeards actually started in 2019. It was just two of us, and that's Daryl Lewis because he and I are similar. We both had young children at home, and when I had it set up for that 2020, someone was going to take care of his daughter and my daughter, and we were going to go on the road, and then we did, and then so we got William Washington, then we got Mr. Speaker, and then it just kept growing from there. So,
Indeed. And again,
Thank you
it's an
for
honor
taking
to
the
be
time out
amongst.
to explain that to me. Thank you very much.
thank you.
That's what's up.
So
Okay.
without further ado, coming to the mic, the
Yes.
Graybeard of Poetry, Mr. Witz, sharing I slept with poetry last night.
Woo! I slept with poetry last night. I laid with my thoughts, and the words came out of me like a built-up orgasm. Her literary works erected my artistry and tugged at my awaiting freedoms. She knows just how to get it out of me. We fooled around. I whispered through the air, and she turned over so I could pin her down on the sheet. Missionary. I slept with poetry last night. Implanted a seed, and a poem came out in our soliloquies. The idea of her has been spray painting images vigorously in my wordplay. For her, I'm astir. Sleep don't come easy, not with poetry on my mind. That's why I keep a notebook laying by my bedside like a naked woman. Most times, I gotta put my pen to her till the ink runs out or the well runs dry. She has my full attention till either one of us gives in, and neither of us wants to. See, she really got a hold on me, a vice grip, in fact. Her grasp taps into my wickedness. She purposely brings out the nasty in me, baiting me with her head games. She is the reason my tongue craves syllables and why my mind stuck on rhyming schemes all evening, backbiting just to get the last fuck you out of her. I work to get her teeth molds clenched in the pillows, muffling my name in come hithery, and I can't stop once she turns me on. So the sun comes up after me, chasing shadows to the wall in admiration of how I've traced her alphabet. She allows me to make calligraphy of her, contorting her frame to architecture. So I know what to say, to soak the thread counts with her bodily fluids. So till the next time we find ourselves embellished with each other, I can always go back to the pad to reminisce of the way we made love, the way we worked out in pen. I slept with poetry last night, and it was well founded. Yeah, it was damn good.
Yes. My mouth is full. I'm eating right now.
Oh, yeah. Great piece.
Thank you. Thank you. I was playing with that. Once I got it done last night, I was so excited. I shipped it out right away. I always share with my baby first. So Gifted always gets my first draft. Um, so I always get her feedback first. But I was anxious to send it to Dark Man Blues. Um, I would normally send things to my brother, but for some reason he likes to hear the voice. So especially when it's a little lengthy. So if I'm not sending him a book, I don't send him poetry unless I can send him an audio recording. But I wish he was here with us right now, and he's probably taking care of my niece, keeping the house together. So shout out to my brother, Coach Josh Smalls. Shout out to my family, the Great Bears of Poetry. Again, that was for you all. Right.
Really nice piece. I can't wait to hear it again on stage. I'm super excited for you all. And I can't wait to see you all again. I mean, what we had last weekend was just amazing. You guys were electric on the stage, so can't wait to see you again.
Yeah,
And a city near
see
you.
you again either. It was electric on the other platform as well. Um,
All right, so what's next?
did you send me a list? I don't think you sent me a list this week, but it's fine. I'll just follow the hands across the screen. I know you had a trying day, a trying week, so I'm proud of you for your accomplishments as well. All right, with that being said, will everyone please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome John Moore Smalls to the platform.
Yup.
Let's go. Come on now.
Chamor.
Where he is, man? Where is he? All right, I'm here. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. People always ask, I went to do a piece the other day and somebody tell me, like, dude, I felt everything in your piece. I was like, don't call me power of my poetry for anything. But anyhow, not to come to boast now. All right. Let me see if I can find a piece here. I had a piece here. Okay, here we go. This is one of my it's about 2 years old. And it goes like this. As I devour the state of being, so I'm no longer a prisoner of my own self. The mystical journey of life remains. We are the prisoners of our own wealth. But yet, everything is vanity when I keep asking for your help. The power of the soul awaken, the monsters that been trapped inside our heads. As time keep on ticking, our eternity is undecided. The power of faith, love, and hope is beyond the human timing. The shadowy fear of death will bring the humans tiding as I open the lung of breath to see the humans dying. As we journey along in space, our thoughts and planet will be erased, not for the sake of my existence, but for the sake of the human race. Whatever you believe in, please embrace with grace. The paradox of nonsense will make you leave this place with tears. And that's my first piece. I'll give you a moment for you to soak in that. All right. Second piece. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will survive the eye of the storm. The monstrosity powers of my past will live on. I'm just setting the pace and be calm. As the ocean tides come, the realms of emotion destroy the power of our might. The sudden burst of anger turns darkness into glorious light. In the state of being, I travel among the galaxy, stars shining way above of me, the glorious view that the soul intake. Not even the power of my poetry can inhale. Lost in my mind, as thought travel frequently, the power of the reptilian brain sweetly go in survival mode. After committing the murderous act, hopefully it can go back to sleep peacefully. Even though I supposed to engage my feelings, the animalistic part of me wants to be free. Never bound by religion or personal self-belief, bestow the power of God to me. And that's the end of those 2 pieces.
Yes, John Moore, y'all show some love.
Yeah.
I really love the freedom that you found in that piece right there, from the expression of traveling the galaxy to their connection with nature, and how you found your freedom in that as expression as well. Great expression. Hey, Mama Betty.
Hey, Miss Betty. Hey, Miss Betty. One love.
One love.
Why are you laughing, Gifted?
Because we said it at the same time. I don't know. How do you know I laughed?
I know
Anyway, good work. Good work, John Moore. Great job.
that's what's up. Make sure you visit the chat. There's some love waiting for you in there as well, my brother. Y'all give John Moore another round of applause, please.
Woohoo!
More.
Yes.
Good to hear you.
Great work.
Absolutely.
That's what's up. For those who have just joined, if you would like to share with us tonight, please hit that reaction button and find the raised hand so that you can be acknowledged.
You
And
have
I'll
the
bring
list in
you
your
up.
text.
I have to read my text. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll go back and check that.
I like how she expressed that too, that voice.
Oh, me too. You know,
Telling you.
we expressed some other things last week that was really beautiful too.
Arrête maintenant, s'il vous plaît. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, that's her way of telling me to shut up. Okay. With that being said, will everyone please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome Nemo soon.
Nemo!
Go, Nemo.
Come on, Nemo.
Happy Wednesday!
Hey, happy Wednesday to everyone.
Wednesday.
We made it. We made it. I have two poems to share tonight. And I think that both, well, the second one I haven't performed anywhere. This will be the debut tonight. So I wanted to bring it here first. And then the other one I don't think I've done here yet, but so I'll start with that one. This is poem number 355 for Mr. Witz, my food dog. I watched three birds flying above great stone eagles guarding a bridge and thought of you, how you've watched over me. Stone sentinels poised to catch the wind when the call comes. No one ever summons like those lost in time. Soldiers who drowned in mud, sailors whose bodies will never find dirt, mothers with nothing to bury but grief. We tell ourselves comfort stories, how they died fighting. But bombs bursting in bellies don't care. They're just gone. Does the stone remember them? Will these lines? You taught me to honor the voices we carry. We poets observe flights and make verses of them. We defenders of meaning. Are these words worth the vigilance? Brackish bits of beauty in the mind-numbing morass of the mechanism? Is this temple worth guarding? These formations fly to their fate while we wait, fleeting wings searching for something that isn't going to last, while our watch lasts lifetimes.
Woohoo!
And
Well
Love
done.
that piece so much, Fool. Every time I hear it, takes me back to the moment of our share, which we do so often, but it was so great to, um, bounce back and forth with you during that moment. And, the final display is just phenomenal. Your wordplay and expression is so vivid, brother. And I'm homage. I'm honored to have you as a food dog.
thank you, Mr. Witz. I feel the same way, Fu. Very, very fortunate to have you in my life, and I think we all are. This second poem, I volunteer at a crisis center. So this is a poem. This is a poem about that. Everyone at this table is fighting to heal. Mary doesn't make eye contact while Billy sleeps in the corner. Tim is in the middle of his life story, and Susan wears long sleeves, but you still see the scars. Nobody can understand what Glenn is saying. The business we do here is the business of survival. Marcy doesn't talk to men while Mia has gotten clean again. Nelson asks Marcy why nobody cares. Edward keeps interrupting and Elliot keeps rolling his eyes. Somebody is taking Nancy's lunch. We could all walk out, but we're staying here. Thomas can't stop shaking and Patty smells like lavender and weed. Bobby's bouncing is triggering Tina, but Tina has nowhere else to go. Everybody knows Sandra is full of shit. I'll be here again next week. Some faces will be missing, some faces will be new. Sarah says the only way to save her son is sending him to prison. Horace is trying to stay out of the hospital while Paula's meds make her feel dead inside. Becca wrote a beautiful poem about grief, but couldn't finish, so Joseph read it for her. Joseph is afraid to meet the souls he sent to hell. The phone on the wall won't stop ringing, but no one answers because no one knows what to say. Thank you.
My goodness, fool, that was so brilliant. So brilliant. And hearing all those different situations that in those different lives, it make you look at the things that are holding you or motivating you as well. Um, such a powerful right, bro. I thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So where I wanted to share it first, so I've been holding on to it for a few days. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, everyone.
Mr. Witz.
Yes.
So, Fu son, Nemo son. So I can just say this: it's in the blood. It's in the Fu blood.
I love that.
Absolutely.
I love that. Thank you so much. Y'all show some love to Nemo one more time, please.
Nemo. Yes.
Nemo.
Yeah, Nemo.
Make sure you visit the chat. There's some love waiting for you in there. There was so much in that final piece that I would have liked to point out and pin in the chat, but I did not want to miss that next line coming. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I appreciate that. You'll hear it again. I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back.
Awesome. Awesome work. That's what's up. Let's keep this.
I have to go, you guys. One love.
We love you, Mama Betty. Thank you for coming.
One love
you,
and
Fuma.
great write on Origin of Thoughts.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yes,
Right.
that was
Very,
amazing, right?
Beautiful, right? Indeed.
Yes. So thank you for sharing that. Beautiful.
That's what's up. Mama Betty, she's such a special spirit. But let's keep it moving. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome Brooklyn in the house, Miss Erica Floyd.
Brooklyn.
Wow, I wasn't intending on going first. Let me see if I can find that piece real quick.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We don't
It's
really
okay.
have a list tonight, so I'm just going by.
I did send you the
order of I see
list.
the hands.
I apologize.
Excuse
It's in
me.
your text.
Okay. You did tell me to check my text, so then I guess I'm the one who should be apologized.
Don't apologize. We family. So hey, it's okay. I'm gonna just go ahead and read this. Poets always have poems.
I love it. I love it.
You gotta be ready so we don't have to get ready, is what I keep being preached to.
Yes.
Here in Greenville. So it's not titled. I probably read this before. Let me see. The prompt was remember me like this, and hope I'm not misspeaking. For too long, I resided at Amenable Acres, a quaint like subdivision where being accepted and fear of failure were the main streets. It took me by the hand and led me to what I perceived as a quiet neighborhood, guiding me to cul-de-sacs and dead ends. Self-sabotage was a given, since I always yielded my right away, permitting others to run the four-way stop, allowing moving violations to persist, seldom asserting myself, oftentimes leading me to my previous address, Conceding Street. It was paved with agreeable sidewalks where I'd gingerly walk on eggshells, careful to avoid the cracks in the concrete, to avoid breaking any backs, except for maybe mine. I never planted anything because that would reflect growth, stability. I would then be rooted in my circumstance, leaving me to weed out what may develop in the place of my discontent. I must have felt that in my spirit somehow, which was far from what I desired. I knew this was not a firm foundation for me to thrive. So I got with the architect of my consciousness, creating fresh blueprints and marked this area for demolition, not wanting to remember me like this. I don't desire to continue in that. I don't desire to repeat that history. So I'll keep it a mystery, freeing me. Because unlike Lot's wife, I won't be looking back. Home. So the next.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes,
come on, poet.
yes.
Right.
Ah,
From the opening line throughout, and I loved how you brought you brought your walk or your drive in it by looking at it as, a four-way lane, a four-way, road, and the path that you've chosen. Um, that whole segment was brilliant for me.
Thank you. Um, Thank you so much. Cause I do I admire you guys greatly. Y'all been doing this for a minute. I'm still I'm not sure if I could say I'm a toddler, but preschooler. These poetry streets. So thank you for that.
But
The
know that you are powerful, and we are in admiration of your pen as well. So the feeling is mutual.
Thank you. You guys heard this before, but I've been revising or editing this piece, Melanin Matters. So since we're among family, I wanted to read to you so far my edits. Let me see here if I can pull it up. Hello, and thank you for calling Melanin Matters. If you think you have reached this number in error, please check the number and try again. Otherwise, press star and you will be transferred to our directory for the appropriate extension. Beep. Press 912 for Stephen Biko. Press 706 for Sonia Massey. Press 110 for Tyree Nichols. Press 221 for Malcolm X. Press 223 for Ahmaud Aubrey. Press 313 for Breonna Taylor. Press 226 for Trayvon Martin. Press 713 for Sandra Bland. Press 525 for George Floyd. Press 924 for Marcellus Williams. Press star pound for all school massacres. Beep. We are sorry, but the martyr you are trying to reach is no longer in service. Press 0 to speak with Jesus on the main line so you can tell him what you want. Beep. Your estimated wait time is maybe 2 late minutes. Disclaimer. He may answer, but just know that only God's will be done in your circumstance. Callers tend to have similar outcome. Death on repeat, guaranteeing #fame posthumously, making martyrdom a reality. Beep. We're sorry, but we are experiencing extremely high call volume at this time. If you would like to hold your place in line, press 1 and we will return your call as soon as possible. Beep. Thank you. I see the number you are calling from is HASHTAG. If this is correct, press 1. If not, press 2 to leave a different number. Beep. We're sorry, but all circuits are busy at this time. Please retry the number and call again. Thank you for calling Melanin Matters. Goodbye. Now, Wits, I want to tell you, listening to you kind of influenced my way of thinking, or revision, if you will, just because a lot of your pieces have some kind of historical or historical truth to it. And I realized that Marcellus Williams was the only one with 3 digits, and I decided to go back into Google to see the date of death for each martyr and change the extension to date of death, month and day. So that's why I went back and revised it so that it has some kind of historical content to it.
You know, I was going to ask you what the 3 digits was. I was thinking that it has something to do with the area code, but so solid. That was genius. That was genius. Just a brilliant way to go further in depth um in showing that love um for these tragedies. You know what I'm saying? These devastating tragedies that you know we had to bear witness to in this
There's so
lifetime.
there's so many, and unfortunately my poem would be way too long just to try to include everybody. But I just wanted you guys to know the significance of why I decided to put 3-digit extension, because I already had Marcellus like that, and I'm like, you know what, let me be consistent and do the rest of them that way. I appreciate your influence. There are others out there, but yours stick.
I'm honored to even be seen in that light. That piece has been phenomenal since the first time we heard you share it, um, and to see how it's progressing and continuing to grow inside you. Um, what a beautiful tree! What a beautiful tree of life um, you have displayed in your backyard. Mhm. That is awesome. That is awesome.
And of course, thank you for the space. I always like to sit at Big Mama's table. Got to
Yeah,
contribute something.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for bringing the dish. You know, some people just bring empty bellies, but I love those who bring plates to the banquet. That's awesome. So, again, another piece that's just so phenomenal. You want to write down every line in the chat, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But sometimes you just gotta listen to take it all in. And I like the changes that you've made. I do. And with that being said, would y'all please show some love to Brooklyn in the house? Erica Floyd, one more time.
Woo! Erica!
Good.
That was beautiful, even this time around. Beautiful.
That
Thank
was
you.
an amazing read, Erica, and I'm giving you a hug as I drive past you because I'm past the Greenville Airport right now.
Get
Oh,
out,
wow.
Jasper. When did you get here?
Right. Right. Snuck in on us. So she came in right on time, apparently.
I'm supposed to be, and I didn't put it in the chat because I don't have the link. But you guys know, you know me well, and you know that I'm always nervous. And I say yes to things because I know Witz told me I need to keep putting myself out there. He told me years ago, back in 2020, in fact, that I need to keep putting myself out there. So I'm supposed to be on a podcast with Pa Cram, the poet. I think it's Pa Cram Poet or something like, with the Honey Drippers. He
Okay.
extended the invitation, so I'm supposed to be joining them on Sunday evening. I think
Awesome.
it's 8 Eastern. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'll confess that to you guys, but I'm like, I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
I'm not, confident, but I'm gonna say yes and see what's up and
But be
be there.
confident. You should have confidence. It's okay to be a little nervous. Um, that means you're gonna bring something powerful and your emotions will be wrapped in it. But do be confident. Know that you belong on these platforms and bigger stages at that. I'm sure what you choose to share will be enough, if not more than enough. All right, so welcome to the room, Whisper Poet. Thank you for joining us. Drive safely on that road out there. Artie Fox, welcome to the room, brother.
What's good, everybody? Hopefully, y'all having a blessed night, man.
Indeed, indeed, it has been beautiful thus far, brother. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and let's welcome Rich to the platform.
Rich.
What's good,
Let's
Rick?
go, Rich.
Come on, Rich. Let's go.
Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a great night. I'm honored to be sharing with you. I'm only doing one because the poem as a whole is a bit longer. I think it's going to be around the same length as if I had done 2 poems. So this poem is called "Let It Be a Child Who Finds Me." Let it be a child who finds me, lying supine in the leaves about an hour after I've done it, my eyes half-lidded, half-trained on a glimpse of November sky and the tangle of tan and green poplar limbs above. I want to be a lesson about impermanence this child will never forget. Let it be the sight of life having left me that leaves this child ready to face a world of wonders, clear-headed and correctly jaded, impervious to surprise and delight. And when he sees my body there, let him cry and weep, and then know that it's okay. Let her scream and tremble, and then know that it's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. Please let this child understand that forever is nothing more than a fairy tale for grown-ups who are terrified of funerals, for men who are haunted by silence, for women who are afraid of the nighttime. Let it be a child who finds me in the center of either September or November, stiff as a board on the ground, with something like a snarl, but akin to a grin on my cool, colorless lips. Maybe I just decided I was tired enough to just not eat or sleep anymore. And the overcast gave me permission, and that was where the decision was made. Maybe it was 36 Advil caplets at once, chased with a fifth of rum and a minor seventh. Maybe a Sig Sauer P220 up against the roof of my mouth when the time came. When the time came with a recognizable time signature, the time signature of a song that better not be played on an instrument, the sound hole of a guitar suddenly animate, human and crying. And the joke of jokes is how quickly the gasp becomes a sob when you know at last that you are the punchline, the Rubik's Cube that explodes in hot slate shrapnel when you solve it. Life is the lifting of the heavy glass lid and lowering the little white shelter kitten's pleading face into a terrarium full of scorpions. If you could hear television static, it would sound like all of us praying, life's lifting the massive steel lid and lowering innocent baby God into a terrarium full of boa constrictor, full of slick, pink, wriggling and ravenous lies. Linda's tongue licks teasing circles around Sarah's nipple, slow motion in a scorching hot shower full of red light for just a second in slow motion, and then suddenly the both of them never existed in the first place because you didn't love them enough. Imagination multiplied by hope equals, really, null. And the don't walk sign on the street often seems angry and seems to know that you want to walk, that you need to go somewhere safe. And the sign suddenly reads, so what, instead of don't walk. The yield sign's fluorescent yellow identifies as RAL 1023. But some of us want to be left alone. Learn how to say, am I the only one who's seeing this? In as many languages as you can. Together, we can solve the problem of happiness. So let it be a child who finds me. A rich child, a poor child, it doesn't matter at all. Let it be a child who finds me exactly as I have described here, still at last after running in place for no reason at all since childhood, while the planet under the feet keeps turning for no reason at all. I want a child to find me like this. If I can only save one person from innocence, let it be. Let me be that putrefaction and promise underneath the leaves, swirling in a gentle breeze. In a chill and wordless autumn, a world of mud and jade and muck and damask and reseda, cyclamen and sunset and walnut mocha blood spatter and then black and rose and then black darkness, viscous, poured into a bucket of black paint, and you, Greek chorus on the AM band of my inner monologue. You can't change my mind any more than I can now.
My God, Rich. We're gonna have to get a second piece out of you, but we gotta speak on this before we even move forward. That was such a brilliant, right? So powerful from the opening line all the way through. One of the lines that I found to be the most brilliant was, if you could hear static, it will sound like all of us praying. Um, that was just so brilliant, so brilliant of a line. Um, when I hear the opening of the piece, "Let it be a child that finds me." Um, not that this happened in the film, but it took me to um, the mind of um, the mind of how can I say this politically correct? Have you all seen Fences with Denzel Washington?
Yes.
Okay, you know how his brother was in the condition that he had to deal with. And at the end of the movie, how he played the trumpet and he said, I have to play for my brother so St. Peter can open the gates of heaven for him. That's what your opening line did for me.
Wow. Thank you.
I saw the child mind in an adult. So that's what I got from it. Anyone else want to add to that? I think that was a brilliant, right? Brilliant.
I second that, and I just want to add, I can't stand Rich. I feel like I need to gather up several dictionaries and whatever, start collecting more words. I mean, the way he described things. Oh, I can't. It just was so over my head as far as trying to grab everything. I could not type it all. So I'm so glad that you are recording this so I can listen to it again and really dissect his piece. It was so descriptive, all the words, man. I couldn't remember if he said a fish bowl or terrarium or something. Just the way he was describing everything, I'm like, my God, I brilliant. That's
Thank
all I
you.
got to say. I can't stand you. And
Thank you.
love, I say that.
I'll accept it happily. Thank you. The terrarium full of scorpions was an image that kind of woke me up about 4 a.m. I'd kind of had I didn't kind of, I had a death in the family at the beginning of the month, and I've kind of really not been myself. So I've been just I've been looking at a lot of blank pages and giving things to the blank pages.
May the Most High be pleased with the loss of your loved one, and know that we all keep you in prayers, brother.
Thank you.
There's no time limit on grief, but just remember them in the joy that you would love to capture them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed, brother.
Rich, I love your pen, your voice, tone of your pieces, the consistency. You have a voice that just kind of carries through both audio, but also the voices in the voice of the pen.
Thank you, brother.
I'm a huge fan of your work.
Thank you so much. I mean, you know how I feel about your work too, and that's why I'm so honored to I am honored to have shared a stage with you, man, and that's something I'll carry with me. I do have it's kind of a short poem. If you'd like to hear a second one, everybody.
Yes, please.
And this is so. The loss of my family was my my beautiful girl, my Callie cat, who I'd had for 16 years, and she was taken by renal failure and had to take her to be brought over the Rainbow Bridge at the beginning of the month. And this is one of the handful of ways I've been kind of working through being sad about having lost a beautiful girl who only lived to love. This is called Halfway to Santa Fe. You are more quiet than a secret in your pretty pink carrier, unaware of my tears on the afternoon drive up 25 North. My foot keeps the needle at 70, wanting this part of the journey abbreviated, wanting all your pain to be over, wanting your freedom to come for you. Blinding fires in the corners of my eyes, the gold and red sands on either side of the highway, beautiful, exasperating, deafening. According to Google Maps, you will hear me weeping my last goodbye to you in about 25 minutes. Steady snowfall of sorrow in a warm exam room. When it is done, I trudge to my car with an empty carrier in my hands, seeing all the world through the heavy rain in my eyes late on a pretty and clear New Mexico afternoon.
Rich, that was beautiful, man.
Thank
That
you.
was beautiful. And we're grieving with you after that.
Thank you, brother.
Your mic and show some love.
A stunning piece. Really.
Thank you.
It's hard to lose them.
Yeah.
Very hard.
It was hard to just it's hard to just work a keyboard when you're wanting to just throw the damn keyboard across the room when you're whatever that emotion is, that is a combination of sorrow and anger. Whatever that land is between sadness and rage, wherever that is. But I got to be grateful for the time I had. She was a great, sweet girl. Thank you.
You're welcome, man. Thank you for finding your freedom to express that with us. Both your pieces tonight were phenomenal. Everyone, please show some love to Rich one more time.
No, that was fire, Rich. Bro. I love your word choice. I didn't get a chance to comment, but I love your word choice in both pieces. Your background, the mic, everything you got going on this Zoom is a whole vibe, man. So I'm glad I was able to experience it.
Thank you very much, Artie. I used to do a lot of sort of colorful stuff in the background, and I really wanted to just remove all the distractions from the presentation. I mean, I have a Hollywood actress in the back there just because I like to have her on my wall as kind of an inspiration. But
and Rich, I feel like we in two different time zones, like two different time frames. I promise. As I'm looking at your screen, how you're dressed, the background, the picture. If I didn't know I was talking to you live, I would say I was watching like a movie from like 1970 or some shit. Like you giving me like a crazy vibe, but what you're saying is right now. Just how it looks. It's like it's almost confusing to my eyes. Like, wait a minute, he's so carrot, but it looks like an old movie. I love, besides what you have to say, I love the energy that you're giving off because you're right. Sometimes I come on and I can't help but my eyes attract to everything that's going on, right? And that kind of, it doesn't take away from, but it does make it hard for me to pinpoint the person within the poetry. So it's so plain, but it's so amazing at the same. I don't want to take up too much time, man, but I'm glad I got to see and hear you tonight, man.
Thank you, Artie. I appreciate it. That's the whole black and white thing is, I do have a fascination with film noir movies from the 1950s, where there's always a dame or a femme fatale, and there's always a hapless man, or there are gangs, or there are investigators or private eyes, and the visuals are always beautiful, and this is kind of a tribute to that look.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. I can't think of the movie. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's a movie derived from a comic book.
Hey, bro, with Bruce Willis was in one of them?
Yes.
Yeah, hey, bro, it's crazy because that's what I was thinking. Like that, it's like that mixture. It's like the comic vibe mixed with the noir vibe. As he was saying it, that's what I was thinking. I love all
You're thinking of the
movies.
movie. Yeah, you're thinking of the movie Sin City.
Sin City.
Sin City in Spirit. That was Sin City in Spirit. Both of them had that same. And I'm kind of young, so I wasn't around for the noir vibe, and I didn't know a lot about it. But Marvel has a noir world in it too that I love. That whole world within it, and in the comics where I get a chance to be. So I'm glad you said that because I didn't know how much I enjoyed that genre. I just didn't know it was as big as it is because the people around me don't enjoy that genre. So thank you for, kind of giving a little bit more outlet in there.
I'll recommend something. It's a movie that you probably, it would be hard to, I think, to get to a film studio to accept the premise of it now. But there's a movie called 12 Angry Men from the year 1958.
That's
And
the
the star of it,
courtroom.
it's a courtroom.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's Henry Fonda and a very, very, very young Jack Klugman. And it's 12. It's all it's very dated because it's an entire jury of white men, which pretty hard to sell to a movie studio in 2024. But it's a great.
Where can I watch it at? I can watch it online. I can probably find it online.
You can find it easily, I'm sure. Yeah, it's called 12 Angry Men, 1958, Henry Fonda. And it's basically the story of one juror who's not going to go along with everybody else and move for the death penalty. He wants to talk it out, and that's where the drama comes in. And it's a great movie. And I'm dressed like one of the jurors. I like to wear a white shirt and tie, so I kind of always look like any one of those jurors pretty much in that movie.
Awesome. Your thought process is a movie in itself. We're honored to have you amongst us, family. Y'all show some love for Rich one more time, please.
Yeah, this
That was good.
In all ways.
Awesome work. I really enjoyed it.
So glad you're here, Rich.
Thank you.
all.
That's what's up. Let's keep this energy moving. I know you just got here, but you are up. So y'all please open up your hearts and your mics and show some love to Artie Fox.
Artie.
Oh, Artie.
How y'all doing? Yeah, to be honest, it's the first time I can say I've been happy in a little while. I've been in a good spirits, but I've lost a lot of people recently. And I haven't been happy. And I didn't realize it until I woke up happy, like, oh shit, I'm happy today. Right. And it's crazy because when I wake up happy, how things kind of tie together and they just kind of go together. So I found an old book of Pokemon cards I had when I was real young. And come to find out, these cards were worth a lot of money. And I just stopped thinking about it, right? So I was at the store trading them in. Well, I was gonna trade them in. And there's a guy, and he has a bag, and he's so impressed with my cards. Long story short, I traded this guy like 2 Pokemon cards for a PlayStation 5 the other day. And since that day, it's crazy how things just kind of tie together from my past, things that I kind of try to hide and get rid of because I didn't want to remember the things that I've been through. But then me kind of still growing and accepting things and how many blessings have came from things that I looked at so small or things that were minimal to me that have become huge blessings to who I am today. So even before I say, I'm just going to do one poem tonight, but before I do my piece, please, don't be afraid of who you are. Especially as Black people, we come from a history where it's slavery and it's war and it's being taken from. So it seems like we should be broken and we should not have love for the things that built us. But I am so happy and I'm so proud to be a Black man from Baltimore City. And my grandma used to hide all my stuff and make me feel like a little nerd. And now me coming to a realization that my grandma just always knew me so well. And she wasn't trying to make me a nerd. She was trying to show me how to be me. Except at the time, I didn't know what that was. So just be y'all, no matter what that looks like, what it takes. Just be your whole self, regardless if it's hard things from your past, even things that are in your present that you think are not good enough for the world. Love you, all of you, because you never know what golden treasures you might have right in your own damn closet. Yeah, I'm gonna just do my piece now. Now I've been working on this piece for a little while. I'm not sad, so I want to do the piece when I'm not sad because I don't want people to think this is a sad poem, but the vibe is kind of different. But here we go. Uh, I just want to go home, but my sins, they got me lost. I just want to go home, but my wings keep falling off. My granny and my cousin passed within months of each other. I mean, my mind's still mangled. Things aren't easy. I don't care how strong you are, lost bonds are bound to change you. Even though I'm still stuck stupid, I mean, my family falling from every angle. I'm not mangled. I mean, I might have needed a rope to climb out of, but depending on how you tie it, well, you could be the only one who hang you. I kind of zoned out to a song from one of my friends, but I'm still catching gems that could change you. But his poem and his point was, I think I'm still alive because God, God only calls his angels. I get to thinking like, and with all my karma weighing me down, well, I can only dream to be a fallen angel. I mean, 100 funerals in 60 months. So obituaries and who to bury gets sold by the same sad salesman thinking your spot, it won't fit you one. You better not wait too long. I heard a guy at the hall yelling, hey, y'all, I got old souls, kind of broken. You better come get you one. I mean, those black killings, sad tragedy that used to kind of stop time. They don't even get news play now. One by one, I see God calling folks. Not a Black Lives Matter shirt on site or a city leader saying cool stuff on the news now. And I'm thinking, wow, this should be blues. I mean, to me, looking like, wow, it's demons electing demons. Flag swapping more than the games on the West Coast when they play around. I mean, oh, I don't even think my pastor got a chance to get on his knees and pray now. I mean, there's pitchforks and burning horns at the polls and rap shows. I'm like, ew, they got hella oil. I mean, brainwashed over time. Don't trip. It'll get fixed even if you think it ain't really for you. And to me, that's just the opposite of holy. So even if you don't attend, regardless, that pitch, it might get through you thinking that the devil don't even know me. And I'm sorry, even if you disagree, over time, it'll probably get in your mind and reality starts to fit your sins. I mean, same flaws as my father. I'm still here dealing with my past family sins again. Yep, looks up. And I think I'm stuck. I mean, pain came through. I'm still alive because God only calls his angels. And me still stuck here thinking all of my karma weighing me down. Well, I can only hope to be a fallen angel. I mean, regardless, I just want to go home and put my sins, they got me lost. And I just want to go home, but my wings keep falling out. That's my piece, too. Thank God for listening.
Yeah, that's a beautiful piece. You know how I feel about that one, Hardy. Every time I hear it, it just resonates with us all. Like you said, it's not um particularly a sad piece. It's what's making you whole. It's what's keeping you well rounded. You know, sometimes when we share, um, we escape ourselves. Especially those that are considered to be nerd minded. Um, those who have dabbled in uh, the comic books, Pokemon cards, you know, things of that nature that may have seemed a little out of touch with reality, but kept us grounded, kept us youthful, as we grew. Um,
And
and
Mr. Wish, bro, I got $7,800 worth of Pokemon cards, right? Let me tell you how much I've been
that's
struggling lately trying to put together a poetry community for myself. Like not for myself, but I've been trying to do it by myself, Mr. Woods, because I've been in Maryland and I don't like the vibes. I see people getting love that I don't think should get love. I see some racial shit going on. I see some black on black. I see a lot of stuff that I don't like. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get my own money. I'm gonna feature the people who I want to feature. I'm gonna bring the love that looks like my love. But it's hard. It is so hard to do that when I'm trying to be a poet, a person, a host. It was hard. So I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was starting to get me down, like really, really down and stressed out. And as soon as I got down, it's crazy how God always is like, nah, you just ain't working hard enough. And remind me that a lot of the times the stuff I'm looking for, I already got that stuff. I be so stressed out and so trying to make things, I guess, bigger than it needs to be in my head. So it takes so much energy. But as soon as I calm down and look around, well, I already have the stuff I need, bro. So when I say I'm so blessed that not only did my grandma try to show me to be myself, but those things that she taught me, it might have took me a long time to learn them, but goddamn, if they not helping me be a man right now today, bro.
yeah, yeah. Well said, brother. Well said. The discovery of them Pokemon cards took me back to my journey because growing up in New York, I was one of the few who indulged in my neighborhood, that is, in comic book collecting. And I mean, I had a phenomenal collection uh, from 4U covers to glow in the dark covers. Um, the first Venom comic book, his his first issue, his eyes glow in the dark on the cover. So I had like a lot of
Oh,
phenomenal.
you was collecting.
Oh, I was not playing with it, brother. I was getting on the train at 13, 14 years old to go across town to get these comic books and come back. There were times when I didn't have money to ride the train, but I had money to buy the comic book. And I jumped the turnstile. For those who know what that don't know what that is, that means I stole a fare. I actually did not pay to get on the train, but I got on it, you know, and it's illegal. I went to jail a few times behind it. Um, just doing
Wait,
things.
Mr. Woods, did you? That's crazy because all my
Yeah,
damn New York friends they taught me that shit. So I've never paid to get on a train when I go to New York because my New York friends kind of taught me to just go and do that. So it's kind of stuck in my head. I could have been going to jail for
you
that
could have
shit,
been,
man.
yeah, bro. I got caught in a few sweeps. What they do is they hide behind the door, and they watch you. They watch the turnstile, and it's kind of like entrapment, but it's not because you know it was illegal when you did it to begin with. There was nobody there to coerce you, but very few of us will have the funding to hire a lawyer to fight something that simple. You better off just dealing with the consequence. So one of the times that stopped me from that behavior was my mom had gave me a few dollars, and I had my heart set on getting comic books. So I hopped the train and got arrested, and who was coming through the terminal to see her son getting arrested but my mom. And I was so embarrassed, I couldn't even look her in the eyes. I just looked down to the ground. And I know I hurt her to see her son getting arrested, um, period. No matter what the charge was, just the fact that to see that happening with me. But that was one of the things that kind of derailed me and told me, look, that's not the way to do it. You know what I mean? But I had a phenomenal collection of comic books. I had the whole collection of the Infinity Gauntlet. So things went a little bit different from the way they put it in the movies, but I had all of that. And what I used to do was,
No, no,
uh,
I read it, bro. I know how it go. I know Deadpool went for Lady Death. You feel me? I know the
yeah,
whole story. That's
yeah,
why I get it fucked up, bro. As I'm hitting, listening to you talk about it, it's like, damn, I used to think I was the only person who did like so. Of course we didn't have trains and shit in the city, so it wasn't that kind of hustle for it. But it was the same thing. I only had money for the comics, so I had to do what I could to get
hmm
uptown and downtown and around. You feel me? So it's crazy even hearing you say that, even though I already know you and we already vibed off mad shit. It's crazy how the more I know you, the more you just sound like me, bro. Like it's crazy. The more I hear you telling stories and I listen to you, even in other spaces and the stuff you be doing, I'm like, yo, bro, he be doing the same shit I be doing. I wasn't the only person. I just didn't know no other cool people like me yet. You feel me? So it's like
Hey,
it's dope
you
to
unlocked
hear
that
them
door for
stories,
me,
bro.
brother. You know, I may not have shared that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I don't want to really say that I put behind myself because when I see all these new movies now, like the Deadpools and stuff, I had number one issue, number one, two, and three of Deadpool. So these comic books that I was paying $1.75 for back then, $2.25 for back then are now worth $10,000, $5,000, $15,000. And what the unselfishness of me, when I was young, I hung my comic books on my nieces and nephews' walls, and I used to tell my siblings like, "Yo, this is gonna be worth money in the future. Protect it. I'm not just putting a painting on your wall. I'm not just putting a picture on the wall. I'm putting money on your wall." And whatever happened, happened with that. You know what I'm saying? But I know where my heart was giving, even though I was risking my own freedom to attain these things. You know. But yeah, listening to you discovering the Pokemon cards, um, sent me through a flashback of my journey collecting comic book cards. Because before Pokemon cards, they were comic book cards. Um, I didn't get. I wasn't in the baseball card era because that was big money as well too. The baseball cards, the tops and all that. But I got into it with the comic books and everything. But I don't want to bore everybody with something me and you can discuss on the later platform because it might not really sync with everybody else or resonate with them. But just let you know that I love you, brother, and I love the spiritual connection that we have. That's even deeper than the poetry that we share.
Ah, man, love, bro, man.
Indeed. Y'all show some love for Artie Fox one more time, please.
Yeah.
Artie!
I love
I
this fact
love it.
Artie.
Good to hear you tonight.
learning more and more about you guys. So this is cool.
That's what's up.
Mr. Witz,
Yes.
if I can take just 1 second to tell you, there was something I put in the chat earlier. I'd like you to look it up. You'd mentioned the expression "foo dog," and
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it, but Nemo saw it.
I
And
did.
okay, you did see what I
I
put in there?
did,
Good.
but I want to hear it from your voice.
Well, I will tell you. And I'll keep this brief, but I am still, even though I'm a grown man, I'm still a big fan of monster movies ever since I was a little kid. And the 1960s and 70s Godzilla movies are near and dear to me. And there is a movie from the 70s where Godzilla has to tangle with two giant monsters, one of which is a metal version of him. And he winds up finding himself partners with a giant foo dog called King Caesar, who helps Godzilla to defeat two other foes. And
Was
it's
that
it's a,
Mecha Godzilla? Was
it
it called?
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a scene where a pretty girl has to kind of sing a song to wake King Caesar up. And when he wakes up, he kind of blows a hole through the side of the mountain and comes out of it. And he's just a upright walking tall foo dog, but he's very powerful. And when he's attacked, his power, like Godzilla has the fire breath, the heat breath, the atomic ray. Well, King Caesar will return your fire in the form of like these rainbow lasers that come out of his eyes. It's a trip.
Wow.
Definitely look at the movie.
Awesome, man. Awesome. I did see the comment, but I wanted to hear the in-depth interpretation that you give us, brother. Thank you for that.
It's one of the movies that has there's a handful of movies from the Godzilla pantheon where it's necessary for some reason that passes my understanding to have a very pretty Japanese girl sing a song so that a monster will wake up, and he's one of the ones who has to wake up.
Wow. Nemo, some time back as our relationship grew, he told me what a food dog was. He told me he saw a food dog in and there's normally not a singular food dog. Food dogs come in pairs. So what he was saying to me was we had a spiritual connection that paired us together. And we've been looking to the depths of that as our relationship grown. So yeah, Nemo is my food dog, and I'm honored to have him and to have that title alongside him.
Well, that's just fantastic to hear. I'm really glad to see it, and I did should show up here. If it opens up, yeah, there should be an opening. Yeah, if you click on it, I just put up an image in the chat of what King Caesar looks like.
Okay, awesome. Oh, I can't because it's going to affect the recording, so I can't click on that. But if you could DM it to me on Instagram or something.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
That'll be perfect.
Sure.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that.
You bet.
Awesome. All right, let's keep this energy flowing. Y'all, please open up your hearts and your mics at this time and welcome the other half of this show, my beautiful co-host, Gifted, to the mic.
Let's go, Gifted.
Gifted.
There she is. I love that one.
Oh no. Sorry. Hi. I was reading Erica's comment. Okay. I don't want to. Okay. I'm going to just. Okay. I wish I wouldn't have read that. Okay. Oh, damn it. All right. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Sorry. We're doing good. We're not doing good. All right.
We're good. Oh my God. Why'd you send my eyes to that comment? Is that real, Erica?
I don't want to know right now. That's why. Okay.
I'm trying to fact check while I'm listening to you guys because this was sent to me through DM.
Wow.
So far, I went in Wikipedia. They must not have put it in there yet. It must have just happened.
Wow.
So I'm waiting to see because I'm sorry, Gifted.
I can't go. Never mind.
I don't want to ruin. I'm sorry. Cause I'm like, I cannot even believe this. I'm be fact checking because it's crazy.
Where you hear from? Cause I'm on some credible places. Ain't nobody saying nothing yet.
And I hate that the community of the social network does things like that. They get things, and some people do it just for, the views, the likes, or whatever, or just to get a rise out of people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this ain't factual, but there has been so many times that the wrong information has been put across. About people. And
it's definitely true, Mr. Witt's definitely true. Earlier today, I mean, what you're saying is true. I don't find any proof of Morgan Freeman's alleged passing, but earlier today, some hacker, and I know that this happened because it was a cousin of mine, she posted, but it wasn't really her. It was a hacker saying, and all it was you see a screen capture of what looks like a link to a newspaper article about somebody that you know dying, and it's just malicious, terrible hacker people trying to just put a pointless psyop on strangers for no good reason.
And we have to be careful of that, especially us in the poetry community, because we feel so deeply. You see the reaction that it had over my queen. She had to remove her face from the screen.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, did anybody hear this? Because I'm trying to fact check, and the way it was presented to me in my inbox was like you see a newscaster and they're like breaking news banner across the picture. But I'm looking and I'm like, I don't see any other news about this. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I don't see it
I
either.
was
I just checked
wondering-
CNN and I don't see it, Erica. And I would assume that CNN would have it as a banner.
That's what
Aside from the MAGA nonsense that we were bombarded with, you'd think that that would rate like a quarter of the page when you go to CNN.com and it's not even there.
He's such a phenomenal image. I mean, not everyone can play God. You know what I'm saying? Alone, just as one of his many roles. But he's definitely too iconic for it to be quiet. So
Yeah.
he's kind of like uh well, I don't want to even line him up with anybody. He's in a class by himself. A phenomenal person in
Yeah.
spirit, and it would be loud. It will be
Ab-
utterly loud if something tragic happened to that man. So
Some
we
of us are
gotta
old enough
keep.
to remember him from Sesame Street.
Electric Company.
Electric Company. I have it backwards, yes.
Yeah, I was watching Electric Company back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Gifted. That's why I was wondering, did anybody hear that? But it's not. I don't see it anywhere else. So we just gonna think positive.
Yes, we're gonna keep good energy, keep our spirits up, and keep his family in prayer. Um, and hopefully nothing of the sort is amiss them in his journey. So, Gifted, I'll come back to you. Give you some time to reset.
No, I'm ready. I'm
You are
just
ready?
ready. Yeah,
Oh,
yes, I'm just, yes.
okay. Well, apologies. But you know how my brain works. When you bring something to my attention, I go to it. So thank you for being strong and bouncing back. We love you and can't wait to hear from you. Everyone, please welcome Gifted once again.
Gifted.
Let's go, lady.
Hey, get it.
Hey,
It's good
sweetie.
to see and hear you, Gifted.
Thank you, guys. I understood the assignment. My mother made sure I understood without even knowing. And my father always made sure I got it. Mama worked 2.5 jobs day and night, but she planted the seed. Work hard with the time end and stay on your grind. Teach, mama, teach. Temporary love brings lasting heartache. Every man you bring into your home doesn't make it sweet. See, mama had man after man after man, but she taught me temporary love can sometimes bring heartache. Turning a blind eye doesn't mean it didn't happen. And silence won't ever make it right. Mama spoke up for those that were around her. She spoke out for the things that were wrong. Teach, mama, teach. A man is not going to stay for what's been between your legs. Maybelline doesn't cover all of those blemishes that he left behind. Teach, mama, teach. Day in and day out in that mirror, applying that same old shade. And I still see your scars. Teach, mama, teach. See, mama made sure that I got the assignment and she didn't even know. And my father made sure that I understood. So I'm giving myself permission to fall apart and then pick my shit back up again because I've already gotten the lessons and the assignments that were handed out to me when mama was teaching. And my father made sure that I got it. Thanks. That's that piece.
That was beautiful. Definitely powerful.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you know that it's more than your flower that draws me to you. You're such a brilliant individual, so caring and giving of yourself. The things that you do for your community. Um, I love how you are with your daughter. Um, you're just a light, and I'm just so glad to have found you and connected with you on the levels that we have. So thank you for
Thank
being beautiful.
Thank you very much. That piece is just about, our kids are watching us, even when we don't think they see us and see the things that we hope and try not to allow them to see. They see us. So that's what that piece is about. All right. I'm working on some new stuff. Oh, thank you, Erica. I saw the comment pop up. I'm an empath, first of all, so I feel things very intensely. I feel others' emotions and I take them on. Um, uh, Morgan Freeman is a long story, but his story, I connect with his story on so many levels. I love him. He is one of my favorite actors, so it just affected me very deeply. And I didn't want to keep talking about it. I didn't want to, and y'all kept talking about it. I'm like, I can't do this. I don't want to hear it. So, but thank you. And it's just me and my emotions. All right. So, um, this is a new piece. It's not finished. I tried to finish it, but I couldn't finish it. So I'm just gonna give you what I got if y'all don't mind. It's untitled. Gravity pulls me in, not allowing me to slip away. Orbiting my ground, keeping the shine in my day. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tocking, slows at his stare. I don't know this allure, but what's certain is the twirl ins and out, intensely evoking this attraction. Unpredictable waves of emotions flood. Ooh, of a man with his beating heart, press his whole heavy down like a weighted blanket covering all past scars, shielding the peace of my soul, a natural force, luring one body to another. No embarrassment of imperfections that shine in my mirror. You see the beauty but then almost making me believe. Layers of repeat wounding, prisons, the run to love, complex, the development, bar, establishment of the building. Yet, gravity pulls me in, not allowing me to slip away. Easy breathing, your grasp. Don't drop me off. Just keep lifting me. Gravity will do the rest. That's all I have for now. Thank you for listening.
I can't stand you. When I say that, that's almost like that's the highest praise for poets. I'm telling you, your
I've
voice,
learned that.
Jesus, girl, your voice. Oh my God. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now. I'm done.
Thank
Rich,
you.
you're muted.
I just saw that I'm a dope. I was just going to chime in quick and say I like that Erica's very first impulse for praise is I don't like you, and I love that because it's like I would say I guess I needed that smile, so thank you, and nice to hear you as well, and I like what you're doing, Gifted.
Thank you.
And I agree about the voice. Yeah.
We're gonna have Wits just hide you. He's like, look, nobody else can listen to you. Everybody's been everybody is under your spell, man, with this voice. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Beautiful.
He is such a beautiful spirit. That piece made me emotional, made my eyes water a little bit. One thing I know is that when we're together, it's a powerful connection, but it's also I don't want to say smothering, but it's kind of like a hands-off thing. So like when Erica say like hide you, keep you away. Who am I? Who am I to even play that role? When it's your duty to shine and spread your light throughout the universe. Um, and I know sometimes when we're together, because we're together, some look like, oh, I better not say the wrong thing, or I can't honor or accompany you with the energy that you are deserving. Um, I hope you know that I see you, and that it's good to hear that so many more see you for everything that you are, even when it may not feel like that in the moment. Know that you are shining.
Thank you.
I love
I hope y'all like the piece. I'm still working on it, but thank you.
Oh, that was such a good moment.
it.
Thank you. All righty.
That's what's up. Y'all show some love for Gifted one more time, please.
Hey.
Gifted!
And she can dance too.
I love dancing. I'm crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to behave tonight. There's some things I can say.
You know what I would love to hear Gifted do sometime? Gifted, I would love to hear a poem written by you in your voice where you address the fictional preacher who was against dancing in the movie Footloose. I don't know if you remember it, but that guy had a big hang up about how dancing was going to lead to one thing to another
Right.
and take children into, I'm going to put this in air quotes because I don't really believe in it, but sin and all that kind of stuff. And I think it would be amazing to hear in your voice as kind of a persona poem, you addressing that preacher about and giving it back to him about all the good things that can be found in the act of dance.
What? Challenge.
I love
Challenge.
I love that challenge. I love it. Thanks, Rich.
You bet. You bet.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're gonna be listening for that one. We're gonna be listening for that one. Also,
Okay.
before I continue on, is there anyone who hasn't shared tonight that is looking or would like to share? Please raise your hand now. As I come up on my last raised hand on the screen, I don't want to feel like I'm nudging at anybody to share, and I don't want to miss anybody who would like to share. So if you can't raise your hand, send it, put something in the chat so that we know that you want to share. Right. So at this time, everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics once more for me, and let's show some love to the Whisper Poets.
Let's go, Whisper.
Hey,
Whisper.
everybody. Hey,
Get after
hey.
it, Whisper.
Thanks, y'all. So I pulled over, getting a little bit tired. So this is like perfect moment, get a little adrenaline from spitting some words for y'all. So good stuff. Let's see. Let me find. This has been amazing poetry tonight, y'all. I'm sorry I couldn't give the love, but just messing with my phone trying to come off mic and I don't know. But I've been loving it. I've been loving listening to y'all. Okay. Y'all can hear me, right? Okay. All right. Oldie but goodie. A letter to the universe for when she sends me a man. I told the universe I have a shopping list and that she best have material whisperers ready at her fingertips when she check her inventory to fulfill my requisition. Now, I have a good job, so I don't need a man to open up his wallet on my command, but what I do require is quality, and I'm not trying to have her pick him out from Dollar Tree. No cheaply made from sweatshop labor that break when I open up his package or play with him. Have to send him back for warranty damage. No, I require durability and a reasonable amount of flexibility in his personality and his joints. I have a shopping list and I'm a picky bitch, so it will be hard for her to find someone who fits that bill who will put up with my shit. But there are a few things to be honest and serious, and I'm not being delirious when I tell you this is what I want. So here I go. I'll spit it out in no particular order. Please pay me your attention. Drop your tips at the door, sit back and let me show you how I roll. Do you fall asleep with my name on your lips? Release it in a sigh as you slip your fingers over my form. Come awake in the night as you grip my hips. Remind your mouth of my syllables when I've got you doing flips. Yeah, chemistry's very high on my list. Do you smile and your eyes go soft when you see a litter of puppies? Or the first snowfall of the year because snow makes you think of me for no other reason than you love me? Do you hold the door for old ladies and compliment them on how nice they look today? Just a little flirt. They remember what it was like to have a man say, hey, and they were fire back in their day. Do you send me a text when I cross your mind to tell me I crossed it and to remind me that I am thine? I need you to be Cuisinarily adventurous because I cook everything from the dictionary and the thesaurus, and my pet peeve is a picky eater. So when the question of a restaurant arises and you ask me, what do I want? Don't make me filter my options because you don't like curry, gorgonzola, or kumquats. When it's time to get soapy, you need to plan that it's dual, not as the exception, but as the rule, because I love having my man wash my back and anything else that needs washing or deserves his attention. I need his hands on me, and that's a fact. When we're out, I need him seeing what's all around, because I'm always lost in thought. I got my head in the clouds, and even though I roll strapped and can drill around through your eyeball, I need a man who thinks like a predator, so the other predators see what's up and don't try to test it, because I don't want to have to crown my castle doctrine and make them fall. I want a protector who respects my elector but is always ready to protect me. He better respect my mother and my quirky friends of all labels, creeds, and colors. Love my horses, love my dad, love my collection of old shopping bags. Well, he really needs to embrace my mess. I can't ask him to love it. That would be duress. But hey, as long as he's okay with my ADHD all over the place, knitting, poetry, arts and crafts, insanity, start 10 things and finish 3 because he can love me because I'm crazy, then unequivocally we claim each other. We roll hard through dark and through light. We make each other better, feed each other's creative spirit. He loves it when I poet, always want to hear it when I spit. The bottom line, what it comes down to, and the point I've been building up and finally got around to, is that I want a man that my name is his breath, and my heart is his blood. And we love each other hard and strong as a biblical flood. I am his and he is mine. We've got each other backs. We are our ride or die. On the porch and everywhere under the sun, we are divine. In this life and across time, we are fated and destined. Thank you, universe. Please hand me a pen so I can sign for my man, because the person in the Amazon van is in a hurry. And to everyone who heard my pen, who was wishing for their own special bae or boyfriend, please remember this. You can't manifest it if you don't request it. So talk to the universe and get yours.
Well, well, does the kumquat have to mean something else? I'm, inquiring mind. I just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, curiosity killed the cat, Erica Floyd. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all. So my last one is called Patterns. Patterns. The human brain has evolved to recognize them. Survival instincts at their finest. We create safety in us. What is not us is risk. This construct of existence creating cognitive dissonance, this pattern of seeing patterns can create patterns of interaction that create division. We need to invest in our attractive properties to pull us together like beads of oil floating in water, find each other and become a larger mass, evolving together, seeing a pattern of interlaced humanity instead of a habit of dismissing everyone different as unworthy, verboten. That attitude is more than crass. Frankly, I want to tell everyone with that outlook to kiss my ass, but they won't see me because my pattern is the pattern of the universe, the pattern of all of us. Hashtag human, hashtag love, hashtag with love and light, I send you to the great go fuck off if you're not on this vibe. Hashtag poem.
Oh, come on, Whisper. Y'all open up your mics and show some love to Whisper Floyd. It's good to hear you, Whisper.
I loved it. I love both pieces. I love pattern though. I really do.
Thank you. Thank you guys.
I wish, Whisper, that you would just at least once just come off the fence and tell us how you really feel about things.
Rich, I will invest serious effort into doing that for you.
I appreciate that.
Oh, goodness. That was so funny. That was hilarious.
She shoots off the mouth so she don't have to shoot her guns. That's what that is.
Fair. Absolutely.
I love y'all. Family.
Definitely. We love you too, Queen. You know that.
Oh, Whisper, I think I sent you either a message or an email about an interview. Can we have a conversation about that later, you and I?
Yes, and I'm sorry I didn't see that, but yes, with
Okay, thank
gratitude.
you. All right.
Awesome. So awesome. Well, everyone give Whisper Poet another round of applause, please.
Right on.
Ooh, we love you.
Whisper.
That's what's up. And I said I was going to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Is there anyone who hasn't shared who would like to share tonight before we close out? There it is. All right. Everyone, please open up your hearts and your mics and welcome the Queen, Kendra, to the mic.
My loving lost
Let's
baby sister.
go,
Hi,
Kendra.
everyone.
Love you.
Love y'all. Excellent pieces tonight, everyone, by the way. I'm kind of, yeah. This is a piece that, new piece, it's short. So, yeah, I'll share it really quick. I love you in and out of time. In sound and confused mind, you will forever hold a place in my heart. Together or apart, in arm's reach or not, I hope you always feel my love. Always know that I see you greater just as God above. You are good, just not necessarily all the time, but I know your heart, and it doesn't always speak through your mind. So I will love you from afar. In order to protect my mind, I will find peace somewhere between heaven and hell. My soul I can no longer ensnare in anguish, yet still I will love you in and out of time. While still learning to make me mine, I will find a way to live with pain's affection. As it touches me, I will flail within its arms, wrestle it with the strength of my tears, allow its afflictions to remind me of what could be love as it was truly meant to be.
You better say that, sis. You better say that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Love from a distance.
Yes, sometimes that's necessary.
Absolutely necessary. What? Absolutely.
Thank y'all for listening.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you, Kendra.
I
Did
was
you have
still trying to
another one?
type.
Did you have another one you want to share?
Um, let's see, that was the only one. Let's see. I can
I love that piece though. I love you in and out of time.
yeah, that was one I just wrote the other day.
Really great.
Okay. This one I can share this one. I don't think I've ever shared it before. I think it's done. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Cover me in waves. Stagnate my emotions to be motionless. I am tired of moving, of rippling at the wave of a stone's throw. Promise to stone me gently. Promise to watch as the waves engulf my spirit and fire overtakes my bones. A heart rejected by its own blood cannot drown. It can only pump what it is fed. If it wants to work, it will learn to work against the waves. To live in the current of the moon and watch sin's stars vehemently dance above. Am I supposed to be steadfast and immovable as the waves sink my feet into quicksand? Am I supposed to take root in rippled land, stand as a rotting tree, allow my fruit to wither, watch the river as I drown back into earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Wow. Y'all open up your mics and show some love.
Am I supposed to take root in rippled land? Oh, that's a great line.
I knew you
Thank
was gonna like that line because it got ripples in it.
Oh, hush.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Hey, I like other lines too,
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. You know I got a
Ripples is a good thing. Yes.
like cover me in waves.
Yeah, the Cover Me in Waves was a solid opener for that poem. You can't the listener can't help but be rooted to the floor to listen to the rest of it once you open with a line like that.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Well said. Well said. And thank you for joining us tonight. I know you just getting home, so um, appreciate you tapping in and sharing with us as well.
Most definitely. Thank you for the space.
Always. Okay. Is that anyone else who wants to share with us tonight that we have missed, we haven't heard from?
I just wanted to say something to you, Mr. Witz, because I'm going to forget to say it if I don't say it now, if that's all right. Earlier in the evening, I think you'd mentioned the film Fences.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I don't know if I just lost the opportunity in the shuffle of everything going on tonight, but I was privileged enough when I was too young to really appreciate it. I got to see James Earl Jones in a live stage production in Providence, Rhode Island, and it was
What a treat. What a
it
treat.
was unbelievable. And I tell you what, there's a famous clip of the stage production with him when he's talking to his son, and he's saying, "You better look at me," and you better put a sir on the end of that. And that whole thing, you watch that, and I don't care who you are, when he's angry, you feel like you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Just from the power of it. And I just have never forgotten getting to see that production. And I was just a sheltered little white kid in New England who had some older friends who took me to see it, and I remain grateful for getting to see that and having another sliver of the whole world open to me.
Yeah, what an honor, man. I've only seen clippings of that stage performance. He's definitely a powerful actor. Any role that he's taken, like he's embodied, which was why I could relate to how phenomenal Denzel is, because he kind of mirrors
Yeah.
that energy that he puts into all his productions. Um, yeah, two phenomenal spirits that
And
have.
don't forget, James Earl Jones also played the cult leader in the movie Conan from the 1980s.
Yes, he did.
He
Yeah.
played Thulsa Doom, the cult leader.
Yeah.
He freaked me out in that part.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah, he's
That
terrifying in that. You got the rocking the long hair and that 1,000-yard stare.
His energy is wild because it's so empowering to you. But he's played these villains um so perfectly that it can also be awareing to you. You know what I'm saying? Like beware this person because you don't want to get on a bad side. You know. But
Oh, he
yeah,
went right through the screen. It's made my blood run cold the first time I laid eyes on him in that Conan movie. When he's the reason that Conan learned how to survive, actually, because Conan wanted to get revenge. And it's such a good movie. Even it's by today's standards a little bit on the cheesy side, but it's a great movie. And James was freaking amazing as Thulsa Doom.
all of those throwbacks have paved the way for things to be what they are today. So we have to always look back and homage the journey that the arts went through in every fashion of art. Yeah. to watch. I remember being young when we used to watch I forget the gentleman's name, but on Channel 13 he used to paint trees all the time. Very
Bob
very
Ross.
Bob
Bob
Ross.
Ross, yes, phenomenal painter. I mean, cliffs, trees, waterfalls. He had that. He was so in tune with scenery. He was phenomenal when it came to
And
that.
not just trees, Mr. Witz. They were happy little trees.
Indeed, indeed, he was phenomenal. Um, but I was saying, like, to come from viewing that to seeing artists now. I was looking at a reel the other day where this gentleman was well, let's talk about this gentleman that y'all may have seen. He'll splatter paint on his face and actually use his face to draw something phenomenal. And a lot of times it'd be upside down, and then he'll flip it, and then you'll see the image. And it's just like the things that people do, like who would think to do something like that to express their art, and then it come out to be something so phenomenal. Yeah. So every form of art, whether it be basketball, whether it be a sport, whether it be a vocalist, a guitarist, you had the whole rock and roll era where they were playing instruments with their teeth behind their head, wow, just wow. So to where we at today, we always have to homage where
Yeah.
the game
Honor it,
how we got here.
and for you, I put this in for you, Mr. Witz, but it's for everybody really. If you're curious, there's a link I just put in the chat. It's a YouTube link. There is a poet. I don't know if anyone in this room knows him. I knew him from the National Poetry Slam scene. His name is Duncan Shields. He comes out of Vancouver. And that link is a poem he does in the persona and the voice of Bob Ross, but it's about all of the pits and some of the terrible things that make up American history.
Wow.
And it's absolutely worth checking out for sure.
You got to send these things to me. I can't tap into them from the chat.
Oh yeah, I
please,
did. I
send
sent
them to
you
my
a
DM so I can
request,
check
so
it out.
you should see a request from me here soon. Okay.
Yes, sir. I will be looking forward to it, brother. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Yeah. And one thing
Mr.
I do
Witz.
homage is the extensive knowledge of ancestry that you bring to it too, man. So continue to do that. Who was that? Was that Artie?
No, that's
Top Man Blues.
coming
What's
right
up,
here.
brother?
Yes. Let me know when you stop the recording because I do want to share a new song I think people need to hear. And so I don't think it could be on the recording, but I definitely want to share it.
Okay, awesome. So we're gonna get ready to stop in a moment. I just want everybody to unmute themselves real quick and just show love to one another in the room, if you would.
That was an absolutely amazing night of poetry.
I second that.
Excellent
Second that
work,
emotion.
everyone. I
I'm
enjoyed hearing
grateful
all
for
of your
all of you.
pieces.
It's time together.
This was a intense night, and I'm glad to have been a part of it.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful, you all. I love you all. Again, this space couldn't be a space without the presence of you all. So thank you for always coming home and sharing this villa with those who haven't been here. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Gifted, would you like to say something? She might have stepped away for a moment. But yeah. In her light, thank you all for being here. Rich, was you getting ready to say something?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you very much. Just again, thanks to everybody.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, well, I love you all. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording. And until next time, you all continue, keep shining your light for the universe to see. Love you.